actually start this video, I am going to put a disclaimer in here that I feel extremely weird doing this, talking to a camera. I have never done this before. And yeah, I'm sorry if this is really cringy. So anyway, let's get into it.
And I know that I'll break your heart, and I'm sorry, I'm just so tired. 'Cause these cars are just it, so won't you cuff my hands and the...
I'm sorry, we seem to be having some technical difficulties.
Hey guys, and welcome to the first official episode for Adventure Loading Co. My name is Taylor, and in this video today I'll just be running through a few things like what sort of content to expect on the channel, a little bit about myself, and a quick rundown of the first car to be in our build series. So without further ado, let's get into it. So let's start off with a little bit about myself. As I said, my name is Taylor. I am turning 30 in December. I'm a mum of 2 kids, Reef, who just turned 3, and Lennox, who is nearly 1. I live on the Sunshine Coast with my partner, Matt. Matt does FIFO, so he'll be around helping out here and there on his time off. Lucky him. I've been in the 4-wheel drive industry for much of my adult life, and I am currently an admin for Adventure Girls 4-wheel drive. We are Australia's largest all-female 4x4 and adventure group. I host a fair few events throughout Southeast Queensland, and I've met some pretty amazing and inspiring women along the way. We also recently opened up Adventure Loading Co.'s website, and we did our first ever merch drop. Now, to say that this was a success is a complete understatement. Within 6 minutes, the website crashed, and we'd had sold out of all of our t-shirts, crops, and 90% of our socks and hats. So I'm pretty stoked with the outcome of our first ever merch drop. So enough about myself. Let's get into what sort of content you guys will be seeing on this channel. So as I said before, we will be hosting a build series. I'm going to be doing a fair bit of adventuring and touring, and I'm also going to be documenting my lap around Australia with the kids. I want to be able to bring you guys some pretty awesome content with kids, without kids, and also solo travel. I also really want to do a full beginner series, so everything from airing down when you're heading to the beach or if you're hitting the tracks, everything from checking your oils, filters, radiator fluid, how to wash your car correctly after the beach and after getting off the tracks. I'll also be getting around to doing a pretty decent question and answers episode as well. So already on to the first of our cars within the build series. So as you can see behind me, I have 2 patrols. One being an 89 Shorty, which I did a full rebuild on last year before I gave birth to Lennox. I started it when I was about 23 weeks pregnant, and I mean, to say that it's finished, I would be lying. But is any project car ever finished? This is a TD42, and she's a manual. She's pretty plain, but I didn't want to go too overboard with it. I still plan to get a bull bar, a rear bar, and fix a couple of the panels because it's definitely not showroom ready. So on to the other patrol. It is a 89 TB42 wagon. So we've got some pretty big plans for this one. The first big change she will be getting is getting chopped into a dual cab ute. So we're purchasing a prefabricated wall from a company in Queensland that comes with a rear window, so it's a bit easier to get it engineered. We're obviously going to be removing all of the amazing wrapped lining that it is currently coated in, and we'll be doing that all at home in our shed. So we aren't 100% certain on the colour yet, but we definitely have some time to choose with all the panel work that we do have to get done prior. And with the suspension, we are wanting something pretty reliable and simple Nothing crazy, as I will be using this car to do our lap next year. What else? With the tray, it'll be a nice easy setup with a canopy that we can put a rooftop on, also a freestanding awning, something that's just easy for me to pack up and set up, as I'll have the kids doing it pretty much solo. The interior is pretty tidy as it is. However, we did get the Shorty's interior redone by a local guy up here, and it looks absolutely amazing. It's just simple black plain leather, and I really love it. So we might go down that avenue, not 100% sure yet. And lastly, with the rims and tires, I'd be pretty happy with just getting some nice alloy rims and wrap them in and pretty semi-aggressive 33-inch tire. We do have the monster ones from Aussie Tires on both the Shorty and the Ranger, and yeah, I'm pretty happy with them. They're not too noisy on the highway, which is amazing, and I really like the look of them. So anyway, enough of me yabbering on. Let's do a walk around the build wagon.
This was terrifying.
Oh, sorry, I didn't see you there. Now that you have seen the GQ build and you think that this is something that might tickle your fancy, make sure that you hit that subscribe button. Also, while I have you here and you guys are still watching, did I mention that this whole series is going to be by the girls? You heard me correctly. This is going to be 100%, well, 98% by the girls. The full build will be done by myself and a whole heap of my friends. Of course, we are going to have a little bit of help from our friends who are mechanics and fab guys, a couple of auto electricians, because let's face it, I'm not trying to make out that we know everything. I mean, we know a fair bit and we like to think that we know everything. We will definitely be needing a little bit of help just in case we get lost. So, as I said, if you think that this is something that you guys will enjoy, make sure that you hit that subscribe button, and I cannot wait to let you guys see exactly what we get up to.